Trump is leading in Arizona, Georgia, crushing Biden in Nevada by double digits, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. So let's take a walk down memory lane, if you will. In 2016 and 2020, both Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden were leading in the polls. Biden also won all these states in 2020. So knowing that, is this especially troubling for President Biden?
Sure. I mean, yes, clearly. And, these are the states that, again, if you go back to the big seven that I mentioned, including North Carolina, Donald Trump won 6 of those 7 states. In 2016, the only one he lost was Nevada. And Joe Biden won 6 of those 7 in 2020. The only one he lost was North Carolina. And so it's one of those situations that with Biden behind this much, and you mentioned, if the New York Times poll showing Biden up or Trump up 13 points in Nevada, that may be a bit of an outlier, but it's certainly consistent with other polls in Nevada showing Trump with a sizable lead. I think his lead there in our Real Clear Politics average is approaching 6 or 7 percentage points. So you really do see the Sun Belt is kind of getting away from Biden, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, where he's closest within a point in our average, our Real Clear Politics average is in Wisconsin, in Michigan, and he's at about trailing Trump by about a point in Pennsylvania. If he can win all 3 of those blue wall states in the upper Midwest, he'd win this election 270 to 268. It would be that close, but it's looking like more and more that's his path, and it's getting kind of narrow because some of these other states, as I mentioned, are starting to get away from him a little bit.
Why do you think the Sun Belt in particular is getting away from President Biden?
Yeah, that's a great question, because those are the states that have the most diverse populations, right? You got Hispanics in Arizona and Nevada. You got a huge African-American population, which really helped him win Georgia last time around. And it's actually the states that are more white where Biden is closest. And so you're going to see, we've already seen the Biden campaign just launched a $140 million ad buy to target rural voters in the upper Midwest. So I think they are also seeing that's really going to be their most realistic path to get to 270 electoral votes. But I think it's the economy. I mean, I just think with inflation and with housing costs, it's very, very difficult for people who to make do. Even people who are making over $100,000 a year are having to pinch pennies. They're not able to go out to eat as much. It's a really tough economic environment. And again, that cuts across all demographics, all racial lines, and it just becomes more of a class issue.